Hello, everybody. It's Tales from Jails, man, with crazy clips here, man. We in Pod Rooms USA, man. And TNS is the sponsor and the media team and the family, man. What's up with everybody today, man? We bring y'all another edition of Crazy Clips, man, here, man. We're going to try to break down some things that you're supposed to stay away from, things that you can do. You know, I say this, right? Me anyway. I look at people's mistakes, other people's mistakes, and use that as a learning lesson for me, for my road in life. When I see certain situations and acts play out and it go all bad, I put myself like, damn, I gotta stay away from a situation. So another person's failure, and I'm sorry for your failure or your loss or whatever, but be my lesson moving forward in my life. Like I look at certain people's demises and stay away from that which it was that they did to cause them their demise. So let's go ahead and get into this, y'all. Let's get into these clips and break down what's going on out here in this country of ours, man. Let's get with the first clip.
For aggravated battery after striking a man in the head with a glass bottle during a bar altercation, this court sentences you to 1 year in county jail.
1 year? Y'all for real? Why I'm getting so much time? I was just fighting back. That dumbass boy thought he could walk through me.
Man, assault is assault, man. 1 year, county jail time. She got to do that day for day. You got to be more conscious, man. You got to be more conscious. Evidently, he probably came in there and told on her, too. For them to prosecute her, unless they got footage of this, the man told on her for her to be convicted on it. And you can see this is probably a nice-looking young girl, man, out there living her life, man, or whatever. Probably made the wrong decision at the wrong time. A bad decision at the wrong time. You bust a man in the head, that's an assault. And for you to get a year, you made off pretty good. So I would take that little year, and I understand that a lot of things happen. He tried to walk through you. He tried to do this. You can't be busting nobody in the head with no objects or nothing, man. Nothing. You can't. So people, man, stay away from getting into minor altercations. Like this was a minor altercation. A man walking through the bar, as she said, if we was believing what she said, and he walked past her, like probably walked through her, bumping her or whatever. I'm not saying the man is right, but you take it upon yourself to crash him in his head with an object. Yeah, they locking you up every time, 10 times out of 8, 10 times, man. I can't even, vouch for you, man, on that. The law is the law. Law is the law. Good thing about it, you only got a year. Hopefully, you get that year done, man. You learn from that and move on with your life. I can see this is a young woman. She not old. I don't know if she have any kids or not or nothing like that of that nature, but hopefully this year turns her whole existence around in the way she think. Let's get to the next one.
And he had his little headphones on, and he was doing this little, you a jerk, I know. You a jerk, I know. I'm like looking at the nigga like, this don't know where he at right now. Then boom, he do a little fart on the yard, like a loud one, and kind of like thinking it was funny, like laughing about it. And I remember the OG that was standing behind him just had a face like I'm finna get this, bro, you feel me? And he kind of like hit him up like, oh, you think that's funny? Nigga, we call those mating calls. And here he is. That's you telling me that it's hot and ready. That's what he telling him in his face on the yard, yelling at him. Hey, you ain't in no kitty jail. You farting in my face. That's turning me on. I'm like, oh my God. Like super disrespecting this nigga in front of everybody on the yard. I'm like, God damn, bro. Yeah, man. And shit. So
yeah, with this man in the penal system, man, which I spent majority of my life in there, man, this is absolutely true. You don't go around, if you got to go to jail, one rule of thumb of law in prison is you fart in the privacy of your own privacy. What little privacy you got, you walk away. You don't fart around men. You don't, even when you in a cell, right? This is how far men would go to protect, the respect and dignity of each other. Locked in a cell, farts come at any given time of a day. You can't control how you fart. Now, the proper etiquette, jailhouse etiquette. Now, this is not street etiquette. This is jailhouse etiquette. When you passing gas in the cell, locked in, before you fart, you go sit on the toilet. Meaning you don't pull your pants down like you regularly taking a number 2 or nothing like that. No, you sit on it with your regular khakis on or shorts or whatever you got on. And the toilets are so strong in penal systems. Like when you push the button, I'm talking about it'll take body parts down if you chopped up a body and put it in there. Like that toilet is one of them toilets in there is the strong, and you can hold the button and keep on flushing. Ooh, you know how you hit the button, hit the little lever at the crib, and it'll only go for about 2-3, like a minute, flush, and then it stop. You gotta wait for the commode to fill back up and all that to flush again. Nah, not prison. It's a straight, you hold that button, that shit just going to whenever you let that button go. So dudes would sit on that and press the button and fart. The reason being is it's an air. It's when a toilet is flushing, it's sucking not only the water or piss or feces that's in the water, but air. Air is sucking in it. Like you have dudes that smoke cigarettes in jail, and they'll clean their toilet all the way out until it ain't no water in it. And if you smoking something and you blowing in that toilet, you'll see it sucking down the hole. It's sucking down the hole. You sitting there, you smoking, it's sucking down the hole. Same thing as fart. Fart is gas. Now you still might smell a little bit of it, but the majority of the fart gonna get sucked down that hole. It's gonna get sucked down that hole. So he is absolutely, this is a jailhouse etiquette. You don't fart around men. I'm gonna tell y'all a little story real fast about back in the day, man. One of my old heads, peace be upon his soul, man, Rennie 1010. And he was, you know what I mean, he one of them boys be in and out of jail. I'm probably about 14, 13 at the time in a dope house all day. And he in there, I'm getting the work from him and he in and out. You know, he older. I'm like 13, 14. He probably like 19, 20. And he eating Chinese food one day. And we sitting in this dope house. And I fart. Burn. He's sitting not even 3 feet away from me. He like, damn, bro, you just farted? I'm like, yeah. He like, you fart while I'm eating, bro? Like, why would you do that? And start stabbing me with his fork. Stab me. Not to the point to where his door is puncturing, but I'm feeling it. I'm like, damn, bro, what you doing? He's like, man, don't you never fart around me again like that, man. And we on the streets. He brought the mentality on the streets. Don't you ever fart around me like that, man, again. Man, I don't care if I'm eating or not. Don't you fart around no man. And I learned this, and I ain't never even been to jail. When I'm 13, 14, this 93, 94. Some of y'all older, my age, know how 94 is, and some of y'all older know how it is, but you young bucks don't know how it was in 94. This is not 94. This is when I'm getting indoctrinated of about farting around a person. And that's just really nasty anyway. If you really think about it, the etiquette of it, like, don't nobody be like around nobody and just fart and play games. I'm saying you see that sometimes going on with people who want to crash and make jokes, but that's not cool. I'm not going to sit there and be in a group of people and fart and smile. That's really, really poor hygiene. That's just poor etiquette, period. So stay away from farting around people, man. And if you go to jail, please do not fart around none of the men. Because a man gonna be asking to suck your ass or something like that after that. And then you invited him to do that. So, man, tighten up if you gotta go to jail. Even out here, man, it's not cool. Can you imagine you and a chick sitting there and she fart? Excuse me. Some of y'all might like it. You know, some people got crazy fetishes, but for the upstanding people, I don't want my chick sitting there farting. That's not ladylike. Like in front of me, I know she got a fart. She a human being. Okay, cool, but do that in the walk off upstairs or downstairs or something and get you a little puff off and come back to this function, whatever we have. Other than that, leave that shit alone, man. Do that shit in the own privacy of yourself. Let's get to the next joint.
This is the moment a 14-year-old was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole. Braheem Williams Hampton pleaded guilty to charges connected to a shooting that took the life of 19-year-old Caden Martin. The incident occurred when he entered a store with at least one other teenager, and a shooting took place during an attempted robbery, resulting in Martin's death. As part of a plea agreement, the court ruled he will be eligible for parole after 15 years because of his age at the time. Do you think the sentence was fair? Let me know in the comments.
Run that back again where everybody can get the gist of it.
This is the moment a 14-year-old was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole. Braheem Williams Hampton pleaded guilty to charges connected to a shooting that took the life of 19-year-old Caden Martin. The incident occurred when he entered a store with at least one other teenager, and a shooting took place during an attempted robbery, resulting in Martin's death. As part of a plea agreement, the court ruled he will be eligible for parole after 15 years because of his age at the time. Do you think the sentence was fair? Let me know in the comments.
The sentence was definitely fair. To me, anyway. I always got to go to me, because just because I'm saying it don't mean it's facts or law. It's just my opinion. He was 14 years old, got sentenced to life, and he'd be eligible for parole in 15 years. Yeah, that's going to make, that tightened his old ship up right there. That cooked his cookies. 15 years, he will learn a lot of valuable lessons in 15 years in that penal system. He's going to grow from a young man into an adult. Now, is it going to make him worse or better? That's to be, that's unseen right now. But Was the sentence fair? Yes, you went in the store, you robbed and you killed somebody. You're out of pocket, man. You're lucky you ain't get life. You're lucky you ain't sitting there for the rest of your life. You get offered parole after 15 years, so you really ain't got life. They sentenced you to life, but you get paroled after 15 years. That sentence is sufficient for him to do, and hopefully he'll have his head on. Well, I ain't even gonna say hopefully. 9 times out of 10, he gonna have his head on straight. He gonna have his head all the way on straight. He ain't coming out here trying to rob no stores. When you grow up from that age in the penal system, 14, he probably still a virgin. Imagine getting life at 13, 14. You ain't never get no yeeks yet. No yeeks. And when I say yeeks, meaning cheeks from a woman. Like he never probably felt the comfort of a woman. And that's sad. He gonna think about that for the next 15 years. I bet you he won't jack that off again. Let's get to the next joint. Man, I want to wrap this up for the day, man. This is Crazy Clips, man. We here at Power Rooms USA, man. I just hope y'all enjoyed and took the lessons that I gave today, man, of what to do and what not to do, man. And we're going to be back again, man, with another episode of Crazy Clips, Tales from the Jails. We out of here.